How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to the Cosmic Ray channel. I'm your host, Cosmic Ray. So, I'm listening to music right now, so my apologies if my voice may be higher than normal. I'm gonna have to check this and see if I'm like speaking loud like Austin Powers did that one time. Had difficulty controlling the volume of my voice. So anyways, I have starting to get these random synchronicities of life, just watching certain stuff, like either like through television, as in more of like movies. I don't really watch TV as much. Someone told me the other day about Trump, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's going on now? Anyways, I have starting to just have feeling like these different energies of life and about love and about seeing different synchronicities, starting capturing people's feelings of life, just seeing everyday moments of like the normal, like 3D realm, if you will. And what I mean is that I felt that I was guided to code to this particular job, and kind of seeing things just to be there, just to either help others or just to be able to see life on the forefront instead of like kind of like dodge life, to kind of just embrace life and go, at it 100%. I started to realize certain things about people, on my job. Some of them were actually pretty more spiritual than I thought. Some of them were having a conversation with myself, and started to realize some of them are, even how some may say it could be woo-woo, for others, but they were like perfect for me. It was funny. We're just talking about spirit guides, talking about like talking to like ants or like spiders or whatever insects, and kind of like help guiding them and stuff. Like how I've said before in the past, I used to like kill a bunch of spiders, and I don't know. Anyways, just quick rundown. I used to kill spiders, when I was a kid. I just thought that's what I was quote unquote supposed to do. Seeing the reactions of my family, thinking, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm here to protect. Here I come to save the day, kind of thing, right? And I always try to kill spiders. And then when I started getting older, when I was about to kill them, like I had this thing before my spiritual awakening of like, I actually started feeling a weird vibe right when I was about to kill him. Right when I was about to like kill him, like I'd feel like this like whoa, 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 kind of thing, like right before I did it. And it was kind of an odd feeling because it was like, I think it knows it's about to die. Like I think it knows it's about to die. And then I have these feelings of like, I think it thinks that it knows that I know that I'm about to kill it. And I'm having these weird feelings. And then I started to realize, and then, when I had my spiritual awakening, I started seeing spiders more often when I'd have certain thoughts. And it'd be almost immediate. And I don't know if I've ever told you this, but like even when the lights are off, like I can tell when a spider is like in a room, like one of those big like black ones, like in the middle of like the wall, like an eyesore kind of thing. Like I would wake up and I'm like, I think there's a spider. And then I would turn on the light and boom, there'd be a spider around the wall near my head. Or can tell that there's a spider like just randomly when someone's just sitting down, like all of a sudden I would just look and just bam, there would be a spider. And over time I realized that, okay, that's one of my guides kind of thing. And it took a while, like trust me, it's just one of those like I think I'd be talking crazy talk, like what the hell. Anyways, so it's just one of these things where like we were start talking about like insects. We start talking about like how this person, and when you look at this person, if you're someone who judges someone, you may not feel like this type of person at all would even mention anything about talking to animals or spiders or anything of that nature. And so it was kind of a cool conversation just to have. Also too, I talked about a gentleman who gave me a particular kind of like what I call my beads or my spiritual gear. Gave me one that has like a crown on there, and it was random because this, if you haven't checked that out, I would say definitely check that out. I recommend it highly because, sorry, I feel like right now I feel like this energy coming to me. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about it really quick, just give me a little quick experience. So I may just chalk this up to the Cosmic Ray experience kind of thing, just kind of give you a little bit of story of what happens, to me in my daily life of just being spiritual or just having this type of, just being blessed, I guess, is another way just to put it. Sometimes it feels it's like you're a freak, but, when you start to embrace it, it's not, and it's more of a blessing than a curse, as some may feel like. So this gentleman, like I was putting something away on this bottom like shelf kind of thing, and it was I didn't know he was there. I knew he was coming up. I didn't know what he was doing, but he had his phone with him, and I guess he's like on Instagram, which that's cool. Like I don't I'm usually just on YouTube. I don't go on other platforms, and this is just me, not saying anything about anyone else. This is one of those things where like I feel like for me, like I just only guided to do this right now. Like I'm not like on other paranormal websites or anything like that. You know, I'm not trying to market myself, you know, in that sense. You know, if something happens where it lands that way, then it does. But that's right now, it's not where I'm guided to. Anyways, this person came up with their phone and they were like, Ray, what's up? And I looked at him like, what the heck? And he got bent down on his leg, on his knees. And I'm like, what's going on? And he puts his phone around, like, you know, kind of hugging me, and puts his phone around, and he's already recording at the same time. And he grabs my wrist, you know, showing, you know, about the bracelet, you know, that he's got, you know, with the crown on there, and he's showing like his, and he starts talking, right? He's just go, and this wasn't like rehearsed. And you know, I always talk about being organic, you know, in nature about things, you know, so hence my messed up hair. Yeah, so that's my messed up hair. So it's got to be organic with these things. And this gentleman was like, starts talking about spirituality, and he's talking about our oneness, about our connections together. Then he didn't say oneness, because I said oneness, and he goes, you know what? Is I always talk to to always talk to everyone. He's all, Ray, can you do some talking for me? And I just immediately just bam, just went off like on a tangent, just about like life, about the spiritual awakening a little bit, not necessarily my story, but just more about just finding these connections with people. Obviously, we all have our own purposes being here, depending on how you feel about spiritual contracts or why you came here to this, you know, plane of existence. I know why I did, or why I was here, or at least one of the many reasons why. However, just as a blanket thing, you know, just general concept, you know, saying that, you know, like, no, we're all here. The beautiful thing about it is that we're all from all different parts of walks of life, and without getting too woo-woo, you know, for whatever he does on Instagram, I have no idea. But you know, I was trying to keep it simple, saying, you know, we're all here on different walks of life, and we're all come from different backgrounds, you know, physical, whatever it is, different genders, whatever you believe, you know, whatever you believe, if it's God, universe, source, creation, you know, your higher self, oneness, or you don't even have to believe in God or whatever, the universe or anything, but just these energies that just surround us, that you can't deny, that there's just connections that we have with everyone, obviously, you know. And yes, and then with, you know, our connections, it's like what makes it beautiful for us to be able to find these connections between us, so we can learn and grow and be able to understand different things, not just to kind of have this information for ourselves, but just to share. You know, we all come from different backgrounds, you know, from all across these distances, you know, of life. You know, it's like we're all one, you know, continent, Pangea, you know, at one point, and then things broke off, and we started to have our own sections of where we were, and we had our own little control of different territories and all this stuff. But it's like, now that that thing broke off, I feel it's like they did it for reasons, so we all can try to come back together, for us to be able to learn and be able to just embrace each other, you know, just to be able to just not have like a brotherhood, you know, if you will, but just like a human, like just humanity just bonding together, you know, just being, you know, just in this physical form, be able to share this oneness, this collective consciousness of life. And he was like, and he like just kind of just stopped, like, what? Like, you know, like, it's like, that's what I always say, you know. And it was kind of funny. He's like, hey, you heard it from someone else, kind of thing. He was shocked too. Like, I guess he didn't know, you know, how, like, he didn't know what I was going to say at all. And I didn't know I was going to be recorded. Trust me, I was like, was not in the mood, like beforehand, you know. And then when he was there, it kind of just, and I don't know if you know, I'm sure I said this before, but when I was around him, like, I usually get like that when I'm around another Hyoka empath. And, you know, I couldn't explain it to him, or if he even know what that was or anything like that. I mean, it's not a big deal or anything. It's just one of those, you know, when you are, and when you're around another one, that's when the first time you're like, no, you know, like, holy crap, I never felt this, you know, I felt this energy around someone, you know. And you start to know like what that energy is. I had this happen to me before my spiritual awakening, where someone thought I was a Hyoka, and I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. Yeah, I had no idea what they were talking about. And I didn't want to be mean, but I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, like, what? And they're like, no, I think you are. I'm like, all right. You know, I was like, whatever. I didn't know, right? And then everything happened, and, you know, with me, and I, you know, shared my experience. And like I said, when I was kind of like rolling back through time, or rolling back through everything, there was parts of like different past lives, and then now, you know, feeling and knowing what these are, about the sacred clown, and about what happens, about being born breached, and doing things backwards, doing everything, you know, kind of like random, like not the norm, you know, changing things up for perspective. And I mean, there's other things of to point out, like how you're a yokai, but there's all these stuffs online that you can always check out too. So, you know, no biggie. However, what I really want to get at, you know, collectively is just like all of us, you know, being together. I'm starting to share the other things. I'm starting to see things through stuff I've been watching with Netflix, like my own synchronicities of just like having something happen and then seeing something again through like other means, and then seeing something reflecting that back through what I'm watching, something I've never seen before, you know, or like something I never picked up before. And sometimes when you watch something, or sometimes when you're either talking to someone and you get these messages, yeah, you get these things where, like, say if you saw a movie, you've seen it many times and you never picked it up, but for some reason a line comes out and you didn't know like what they're about to say, and you've seen it so many times, but it's something they said to you just at that moment in life, something just clicked, as if like when they were talking, you know, there's like, it's like blah blah blah, then all of a sudden they say a sentence, you're like, hold on, what did they just say? Like, I don't remember that line before, like what, I don't remember that. It's kind of like that, but like when I was watching a certain like show or whatever, movie or whatever it is, something would just pop out, and then and it's like all of a sudden it's like it was meant for you. Like the obviously nothing changes, nothing physically changes, nothing, you know, they're not saying, talking from the TV saying, hey, listen to me, nothing like that. This is something just picks up, right? If something just picks up, and then you're like, get this feeling of, oh, like, wow, that just hit me for some reason. You know, it's like when we're talking about like where we came from, who are we, us not being, you know, certain things or whatever it is, and you all of a sudden just like click, like, what? Like, what happened? Like, what is this? So just wanted to pass that along, you know, to you guys as well. I think I'm just going to just leave it like that. And just want to say, Cosmic Surfers, life is definitely this awesome, crazy adventure. And you didn't come down here because it was going to be easy. I will say that. We all came down here, like I said, for different reasons. But I will say, for those of you who know why you came down here, for certain things, not just to have fun or share this experience with everyone, you know, about this, you know, I'm sure everyone's heard that, you know, where they heard the message or whatever it is to come down to kind of help Gaia, and that we're all going to be kind of raising the vibration of this planet together. You know, I'm sure heard many things of, you know, the people talking about that. And besides that, there's other things why people came down here for a great experience, you know, of this particular life, or as humans. You know, some of us came here for other things, to help wake up other humans, or to understand what's going on and try to help Gaia and try to help other things. You know, and some of us came here for other reasons. And for those of you, you know, I'm talking to, you know, we didn't come down here because we knew it was going to be easy. You know who you are, or you know who I'm talking to. We didn't come down here because it was going to be easy at all. Not at all. And it's definitely hard. You know, it's definitely hard when you start getting intertwined with the 3D realm and start to get kind of just sucked into certain things. But just know that you're not the only one. You know, all of us are, most of us are, and you'll get through this. You will get through this, moment by moment, day by day. Don't think of it about like the future. Just think of just right now. Handle what you can right now. Try to trust into the universe. Obviously, there's certain things that you may have to take action to do. Certain things you can't just sit down, you know, and just expect anything and everything to happen. However, take a little action. Also, you know, try to open up yourself with other things, you know, not feeling like everything is so much control. Understand that maybe you don't understand. Understand the, it's funny, I said the word understand and then listen to this whatever song, they just all of a sudden said understand. Anyways, this life that we chose to do, even though we may feel some of us are on a mission, some of us are trying to send a message to others, just know, be strong. Be strong. Not as strong as in you have to like lift weights. If lifting weights makes you feel strong, then that's cool too. But you know, just be strong inside, in your heart, in your thoughts, in your meditations, into everything you do. When you do something out of love, do it fully out of love. You know, don't do it as in that you're going to expect something in return. do something because it makes you feel the greatest joy of life. I love to be able to talk to you, all those out there in the collective, just about anything and everything. And just want to say thank you for being you. And if no one's ever told you, but you were definitely worth it, just know it. Don't believe it. Know it. So thank you for being you. You all have a wonderful night.